Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Pass to Wood. And finished off by Wood.
That's an example of a guy who has really figured out his game. Wood imposing his will at the rim.
One area where Wood does a lot of the damage is in the screen game.
Yeah, he's done a really good job understanding how to roll into scoring opportunities. He can pop out and hit the 20-footer as well. And these are the big man skills that teams are looking for in the way the game is played today.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now, here's ball. Porter with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Gordon's running. Back to Tate. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter.
Kevin Porter Jr.
That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
And it's Rozier missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Inside. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
The assist from
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Rockets foul.
And the foul on Jae'Sean Tate. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Rozier for 3. Charlotte no good that time either. Houston has come out of the gates quickly. And Green slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Good on the shot.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And, you know, we talk about how Wood has moved around the league. He also attended 3 different high schools, so he's been searching for direction for a long time.
P.J. Washington.
Washington, that's good.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
And now Wood is laser focused, putting up all-star numbers over long stretches.
And you look at where he started compared to where he is now. Wood may be one of the most improved players we've ever seen, especially if he continues to ascend from here.
2 minutes.
Şengün with the bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Houston. 4-point game. And stolen by Hayward. Bridges outside. Hayward outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Houston leading by 4. Outside, Wall. Pass to Şengün. Back the Wall. To the inside. Matthews. No good with the layup.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
The offensive rebound. Christopher, that's good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Ball, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Wall. Here we go now. Pass to Şengün. The kick out to Wall. Here's Christopher. No good from outside. Right side, Ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall.
That's his first personal
That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Matthews with the steal.
Away team,
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Jalen McDaniels. Kelly Oubre Jr.
Here's Christopher.
Out of bounds.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot.
Cody Martin.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Rozier with the ball. Oubre, left side. 5 on the clock. Here's Harrell. Goes back up.
Montrezl Harrell.
Count it.
Harrell simply is a ferocious rebounder. Great tenacity and fighting hard for the board and then finishing the play for his team.
Hornets foul.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
And you look at some of the most unbreakable records in NBA history, Clark. Scott Skiles with 30 assists in one game. Who's going to beat that?
That's a hard one to top. I mean, 30 dimes in one game. I mean, that is just amazing. One, you got to pass it well, and two, you got to have great shooters around you. Westbrook had a game with 24 assists last year, but that's still a far cry from 30. I think that may very well be an untouchable record, Kevin.
Charlotte trailing. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Harrell. It's Martin on the wing. Three-pointer. Şengün with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. Had to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
And for Wall, Greg, has his game changed at all now that he's into his 30s?
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you, set around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
A true leader on and off the floor. Wall is a super charitable guy.
No doubt about it, GA. I mean, he raised money for rent assistance. He donated N95 masks and meals to hospitals, and that was done just in the last year or so. Very, very outgoing with his generosity.
Now, here's Oubre. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Wall. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch a breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Rockets leading by 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
One of the things that makes Wall so tough in this position is his athleticism. And he's able to use that to draw fouls inside.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Ball with the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Green left side. It's Wood, top of the key. Here's Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal foul.
It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
15 foul.
Well, I tell you what, you got to stay on your feet when you're guarding Gordon, because this guy knows exactly how to use that pump fake to good effect.
2 minutes.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding, and that's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Pass to Washington. Back to ball. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
And a wide open look for Porter. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Pass to Washington. Here's another turnover by the Hornets. Charlotte making the switch. Rockets leading by 7.
In for the away team, Terry Rozier III.
In the corner, it's Gordon. The Rockets with another miss. Porter with the steal. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Tate tips it back in. Tate's only got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Porter with the steal. Pass to Wood. Porter in the corner. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Hornets trail by 9. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, you know, it's obvious that Ball knows exactly how to work the angles. He gets the ball to a wide-open shooter just about every time. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up. Boy, what a rookie season for LaMelo Ball. He was the 3rd overall pick and saw immediate action for the Hornets. And in my mind, Kevin, I thought he was the clear Rookie of the Year front runner early.
Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon can go either guard position. He's a combo, thanks mainly to his remarkable handles.
And Ball began his rookie season coming off the bench, but eventually they had to find a way to start him.
Yeah, clearly, Greg, he needed to be in the starting lineup. And he actually started until the wrist injury. He showed that he was an elite rookie. This team has a great future with him running the point guard spot.
You know, Hayward, like a lot of NBA players, is a pretty serious gamer in his free time off the court.
And you know what, Kevin? There are some people that think video games help with your hand-eye coordination. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but I do know there are worse ways to rest up and keep yourself ready for the next real game than what Hayward was doing.
Bridges inside. No points in the game yet for him. Plumlee trying to break loose. Bridges shot. Good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Over in the corner, Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Green's got 5.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And the Hornets call time here.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
Here's Rozier. Nice D from Wall.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's McDaniels. Martin with the block. Here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead. And one can only imagine what Green will be like, Greg, with a little time.
He's still refining his shot release, still working on getting others involved. But we haven't seen a two-guard into the league. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
For 3, Oubre.
Montrezl Harrell.
Harrell on the follow. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Pass to Christopher. Now Wall. He's got 9. Can't hit from in close.
Rockets foul.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
On the wing, Rozier. He's got 5. Pass to Oubre. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Hornets
The
ball.
Hornets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Drills the three-pointer. Rozier's got it back down to single digits for the Hornets. Christopher. Right side Wall. 6 to shoot.
Boy, what a comeback by John Wall. He went 2 years between games after that Achilles injury suffered in 2018. Really good to see him back.
At the line for
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago. And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he padded his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Z-Bo was undersized on paper but was strong as an ox and found angles to finish.
The shot misses. Hayward with some nice D. Hayward on the wing. Fires for 3. Rockets leading by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wall's shot is off. Pass to Harrell. The kick out to Rozier. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Charlotte Hall. Substitution for the away team, Mason Plumlee.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Hayward on the wing. 2 on the clock. And the layup is up and in. Hayward's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's really good work inside by Hayward. A reliable option for them in the paint.
The third quarter comes. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Wall. The kick out to Matthews. Launches it. No good there. Hornets trail by 5. Left side, Ball. And a missed layup. And here are the Rockets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Şengün. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Şengün's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. In the corner, it's Bridges. From deep. Great D that time from Martin. Wall's shot is good. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
This is John Wall at his absolute best. In attack mode, going right to the rack.
John Wall.
And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
LaMelo.
You know, Greg, thinking about LaMelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the draft. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
And it's Gordon missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's Ball with the 3. Charlotte no good that time either. Houston leading by 6. Pass to Wood. They get a hand on it. Plumlee with the steal. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Ball no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Rockets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Rocket 6. Here's Green. He can't hit that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Ball. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Coming on the floor for the away team.
They're outside.
Gordon Hayward.
The Hornets pull it in.
Terry Rozier III.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing
in the game.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul.
That's his first.
is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
They need this one. And Porter, here we go.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Bangs home the trifecta.
I do not know if there's a more confident family in the NBA. Ball wants the ball. It matters most.
And the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon has the confidence of his teammates, a prime-time scorer who lives in situations just like these.
Ball with the bucket.
Well, I tell you, there's nothing more impressive than seeing a young player keeping his composure in a high-stakes, big-league situation. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
The bigger the moment, the more Terry Rozier wants it. This is where Scary Terry comes alive.
Outside Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Bridges. Gordon with the defensive effort. Here's Porter. And Rozier pulls it down. Ball from long range. No good.
Excellent quickness by Gordon, and you got to respect that, especially on defense, where he's able to hound the offensive player.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on.
But the same thought is on repeat. Constantly eating from this tree in which Eve did. I find my struggles follow from what she did. But I as woman, so what we did. Am I conceited for my thoughts? I placed a ticking cross inside a knot. Make a game of noughts and crosses worth a thought. And I in session never deemed to judge but rule the court. Sugarcoating truth, that ain't food for thought. That's a fat lying on your diabetes answer. They never answer my question. Does wearing weave make me any less of a black girl? They say you make me ignorant or forgiving. Just like, should I just be leaving or be living? Should I just be leaving or be living? Every time I get a little down, 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 down. Me, I say 5'10", I'm calm, don't grow again. Bad with a pen, they are. Short box braids, Reeboks, a hooligan, but Zen, I am a gen. Tell friends to wait. 5'10", I'm calm, don't grow again. Bad with a pen, they up. Short box braids, Reeboks, a hooligan, but Zen, I am a gen. Tell friends to tell a friend.
Yeah. Tarantula this. Let's have some fun this evening. Some boys say them a make cut song when I chat, the whole of them a chat. Man a real bad man now when they have to fire some music all shot. Pull them rasta ya, move like star ya. Roll up in a hard mark ya. Know them a want this up.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Sacramento Kings here at home in an interconference matchup. Should be a good one. In the dunk by Lyons.
about the awareness there from Fox. You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
And tonight, Smith, you look at perhaps the future of the NBA, but it takes time, we all know, to build.
Kevin, you got to start somewhere. And a lot of these players feel with their whole careers ahead of them, a lot of time to grow.
That's tipped. Going inside. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside, Levine. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried.
Sweet looking jump shot from any distance. Levine's range goes well beyond the three-point line.
Down low. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Lonzo Ball.
And that sends Domantas Sabonis to the free throw line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Man, a lot can be said about Domantas Sabonis' scoring ability, but everything else he does, he also excels at. Also a terrific passer for a big man.
First team foul.
And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. The layup missed.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
You know, when you think about the other areas where Sabonis stands out, rebounding has to come to mind as well.
Yeah, and Kevin, he's a guy who fights for possessions, not going to overwhelm you athletically, but he knows his team relies on him to be a force on the glass, so he's never afraid to get physical to win those battles.
Chicago with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Vucevic trying to get open. That misses off the back. And here is Fox. Pass to Sabonis. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Sabonis has got 5 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Zach LaVine.
Beautiful play when it comes to explosive dribble moves. LaVine makes it happen.
On the wing, Barnes. Offline with his 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Bulls substitution.
Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. On the wing, Levine. back to ball. Up top to Rosen. White, wide open. He fired.
Kobe White.
Another three for Chicago.
There's a reason why Kobe takes a good number of threes a game. He's expected from deep.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure.
Defensive foul. DeMar DeRozan.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring zone for the Kings.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
Driving to the basket. Nice D from DeRozan. Chicago trailing here. Got a piece of it.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside, Davis. That shot, no good. White with the defensive effort. At the elbow, Vucevic. Holmes down low.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Kings trailing. Here's DiVincenzo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Pass to White. Here's Caruso. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. White with it. 5 to shoot. Caruso, no good. Here's Medu. A 3 for DiVincenzo. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Now here's Dosunmu. Pass to Vucevic. They get a hand on it. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Vucevic has got it all tied up now for Chicago. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
It's no secret that Lonzo is an elite facilitator. If you're open, he will get you the ball.
That's his second personal.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Kings currently have the league's longest playoff drought. De'Aaron Fox was 8 years old the last time they made the postseason. And he says this is the most passionate fan base. So let's be special and dig out of this hole. As competitors, we want to win right now, but we know that we're building something. Kevin?
Well, they've got the right attitude and close to a breakthrough, many people think. David, thanks. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Pass to Levine. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's his first
and not the most
foul.
common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
The offensive rebound. Here's Holmes. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. No good on the three. Kings leading now by 3. To the middle. Here's Medu. And he makes that one.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Pass to Dosunmu. To the inside. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Zach LaVine.
Up in his playmaking skills, when LaVine notices an open teammate, he whips the pass over.
He takes it in. Dosunmu's shot is off. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. Lamb with the ball. No good. Excellent D there from Williams. Outside, Levine. .46 seconds left in the second quarter. And then Levine with the jam.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Vucevic with the block. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Terrence Davis.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Full substitution.
DeRozan in the corner. Levine for 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Zach LaVine.
I expect this from Zach LaVine to put on a show at the rim. Defense should have seen that coming.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team.
Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Alex Caruso.
Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Here's Caruso. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Williams for the tie. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Fox. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
He is a blur. I mean, Fox obviously skilled at breaking down the defense, coupled with his athleticism and size. Boy, he is a terror.
Here's
Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls.
Zach LaVine.
LaVine gets the bucket.
Assisted by
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Now Fox. He's got 10.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And the jam by LaVine.
Puts the body control on full display. LaVine's good at adjusting to contact.
For Chicago. Zach LaVine.
I mean, you tend to forget this about LaVine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see.
Oh, did you see that? That move from DeMar DeRozan was nasty. Great play.
Right side, Fox. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Fox has got 12 points in the game.
For the Bulls.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes, different folks.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Up top, Fox. 12 points for him. Missed inside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Off
third.
the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Basket counts.
Just like his dad in his time, Domantas is polished and disciplined.
Pass to LaVine. Back to Ball. And here's Vucevic. He has 6. And here's LaVine. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. LaVine's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
You know, Greg, thinking about De'Aaron Fox and what's next for him, we know how much he wants to get to the plate. Oh!
Yes! Yes! One of Zach LaVine's better nights. He's both prolific and efficient these days.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Zach LaVine.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Fox. Yep, it counts. Fox has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And a fantastic finish. I just love seeing Fox work his way through contact and converting.
Outside, Green. And it's off from three-point range.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Holmes. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holmes got his second bucket of the game to go.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball.
Oh, okay.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Inside. Meadow. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Alex Caruso.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
Fox hits them both.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Sacramento Kings. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's the Kings with the ball. They lead by 4. Takes it inside. And it's Fox with the jam.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Back to DeRozan. For the 3. Headshot off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Fox. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
And how about the burst there with the change of pace? Fox is elite at attacking the rim. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
De'Aaron Fox.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Kings with the ball. Down low. Here's Davis.
Chicago foul.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
At the line for your Kings.
And both free throws good for Davis. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Caruso. Outside Williams. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Chicago making a switch here.
Bulls substitution.
Sacramento leading by 8. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Lamb. Now here's Holmes. 6 on the shot clock. There's the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holmes got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings. Here's DeRozan. Knocked away. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Kings. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Bulls trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
From deep. He can't hit that time. In transition, here come the Bulls. White, a good look. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
Kobe White doesn't need much time or space to get off that catch and shoot.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been... here this quarter.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Fans, the loudest section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. Look who's coming out onto the court. Come on, get loud.
So both teams changing it up here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team.
2 minutes remaining.
He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
During that breakout fourth season, DeMontis averaged 5 assists per game, a crazy number for a center.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Outside Fox. Drives to the hoop. And it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
It's a bonus with the try. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on DeRozan. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Kings?
One thing that stood out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
And with Sabonis, as his minutes have increased, so has his production. The future is bright for this young man.
Ball hits them both. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Fox. The 15-footer. Good. Fox has got 29 in the game.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Sacramento.
Now, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was.
For De'Aaron Fox.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little on the side.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Chicago making some changes.
And that should be enough
to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's Brown with the three. Pass to Dosunmu. It's hauled in by the Kings. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
That's his first
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
The drive by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
The developing skill set of Thompson, able to put it on the floor and drive it.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Place to run to. I just wanna bathe that look like Tommy in a swimsuit. When I been through, run on my time, but to me it's sacred. I'm not the one to baby all your trauma, you gon' face it. And